It all seems so perfect. A family from out of state buys a combination historic home and wedding venue and moves to quiet Hancock County, about 2 hours east of Atlanta.
All went well the first year, but as Fox 5 I-Team reporter Randy Travis shows us, the family suddenly came nose to nose with an industry that, Randy, you've been investigating for years.
That's right, Courtney and Tom. Yeah, you can't help but feel bad for these folks and all the other Georgia homeowners out there who wake up to find dozens of tankers repeatedly spraying food waste on fields nearby. Now keep in mind, what you're about to see, putting down something called soil amendments with all the unpleasant side effects they create, is legal in Georgia. This is gorgeous.
Thank you.
Wow.
Right? Pretty nice spot to have your wedding.
No doubt. It's why Washington State natives Patrick and Tiana Dragos bought this 19th century home in historic Jewell, Georgia. 46 acres set aside for the kind of bride and groom who dream of rustic rather than routine.
We commented on how amazing it smelled here. We noticed there weren't very many bugs.
Their idyllic life in Hancock County, though, was about to change.
So we started noticing some truck traffic. And then got a huge whiff of the smell. And that's when we knew, first off, something was kind of wrong.
That stinks.
Vultures started appearing regularly in the trees and buildings near the venue. Then the flies. And that smell.
It smells like rotting flesh.
Patrick asked the drivers what they were dumping on the land barely a mile from his home.
This is ketchup, mustard, and mayonnaise to wash down from the plant.
Hundreds of acres nearby, dedicated to accepting truckloads of food and poultry waste and injecting it into the soil. A fast-growing industry in Georgia called soil amendments.
Our noses tell us when something's wrong. And when you're smelling the smell of rotting corpses, decay, that's not right.
So if there is a problem, it's going to happen day of the wedding. So I would have to refund the wedding, probably in full, and ruin their day.
Food manufacturers struggle with what to do with their liquid waste. In the last few years, companies have struck deals to haul that waste to farm fields across Georgia, spraying it on the soil as a fertilizer. State regulators cited some farmers for improperly handling the soil amendment, including one in Wilkes County that led to a fish kill in 2022. Marletta paid an $85,000 fine and had to clean up the site. This was caused by too much pet food residue.
It's like you washed out the bottom of a trash can, a very foul trash can.
There is no law regulating smells or flies, only local zoning protection. The owner of one of those hauling companies, Wilcor, is Joe Wilbanks, who also runs Lucky Strike Farms, which bought the 756 acres where the spraying continues.
It's not an offensive odor to me.
Wilbanks would not respond to our questions, but we did talk to him in 2013 when the city of Toccoa spent years before finally shutting down a similar obnoxious-smelling poultry waste operation Wilbanks created near an elementary school.
I think we're good. Randy Travis with Fox 5.
Our drone attracted the attention of this Wilcor supervisor.
Why are the vultures out?
Smell.
So they're attracted to the smell itself?
Yes, it's a food byproduct from Fieldale.
You know that there's a wedding venue right over there, about a mile away, and they got to deal with flies and smells and things like that.
Did not know, brother.
From this operation.
Did not know at all.
This is Patrick right here. He owns that wedding venue.
Yes, sir.
And he's
brother,
been
I'm
complaining.
sorry.
We've learned to have to wait until the sun goes down to go out and enjoy our front porch, because that's when the flies stop. And do you think that's fair to your neighbors, basically, essentially?
All the farmers, all the cattlemen, everywhere we put it down, praise us and ask us to come in and do it more. We do it by law and by the books.
And with that, he eventually headed back to work. Well, state lawmakers have passed HB 1223, which would prohibit anyone from spreading soil amendments while under investigation by the EPD. But there are no regulations, Tom and Courtney, against flies and vultures and smells of rotting flesh. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, you can understand their frustration. They're running a business and also a lot on the line with people's wedding days at stake here. But is there really nothing the state can do to prevent this from happening?
Well, the Agriculture Commissioner, Tyler Harper, has done some things. He's taken action against some of the bad actors. Things like putting too much soil amendment down or soaking the soil during the rain. They don't like that at all because the rain will wash it off. And you'll have problems like we showed there in Wilkes County. But yeah, right now, there's no seat at the table for homeowners or neighbors neighbors.
Right.
They don't get a chance to weigh in on whether one of these operations pop up next to them, because the land that's next to them is zoned agriculture, and this is considered an agricultural practice.
Meantime, poor Patrick and Tiana, I guess they're going to have to kind of arrange their wedding plans around when the smell comes and when it doesn't.
And they never really know, Tom. So how do you tell a prospective bride that you're going to be okay? Because they just can't promise that.
I planned a wedding about 5 years ago, and I get like nervous just thinking about it for people.
That's right. Like I said, you really feel bad for these people because they're in a no-win situation right now.
Thanks, Randy.
All right, Randy, thanks.